Are you ready?
Oh,
SNK Dev
shit.
Panel of Fatal Fury.
I immediately recognize this guy. I don't know his name, just like I don't know the guy in the luchador
That's what I
name,
like to hear.
luchador
I am
mask.
your panel
But
host, Hell Pockets, and I'm joined
oh,
by
it's Hell Pocket.
Hayato
Okay.
Konya, Joshua Weatherford, and Yoshio
All right.
Soeda.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hell Pockets.
So yeah, just some quick introductions from our side. So I'm Joshua Weatherford, and I'm producer on City of the Wolves.
はい、画廊伝説フェイタルフューリーシティオブザウルブスでディレクターやってます今夜と申します。よろしくお願いします。
And then we have Konya, who is the director on City of the Wolves, and he's really happy to be here today.
皆さんこんにちは。
Show us a pair of characters that rhymes with mice and but grr.
15のキャラクターアニメーションを担当しています。1991年に画廊伝説でデビューしました。
Garo Densetsu. That means Fatal Fury, guys.
シティオブザウルブズの開発に関われることを大変嬉しく思っています。上東を作ってました。
Joe Gashi.
So yeah, on this side we have Soeda Yoichiro, who is the artist on both City of the Wolves and KOA 15. He originally joined SNK back in 1991. His debut title was actually the first Fatal Fury, and he was the person who created Joe Higashi.
Oh.
That's my guy. Let's go.
Okay. We're gonna see Joe. Was my
Yeah,
EVO
he's really happy to
predictions
be here.
Dude,
video
about
correct?
that, but I'll talk to him about it afterwards, all right? For real though, we're talking about Fatal Fury to City of the Wolves. Let's have a look at that. I'm so excited, guys. We can see it in the background over there at the booth. If you haven't played it yet, it's
Oh,
an awesome
shit.
game. I just finally got to lay hands on it. What do you think?
はい、まずはその今作のフェイトフューリーについていろいろ説明していただければ。
はい、じゃあちょっと今作について簡単に説明させてください。本作1991年に登場した画廊伝説から、シリーズ11作目となるタイトルです。前作マークから、1990年発売なので実に26年ぶりに新作が出せます。
So yeah, just about the overall series in general. As we said before, it started in 1991. This is actually the 11th title in the full series. The previous one was obviously in 1999, which was Mark of the Wolves. So it's 26 years since the last.
Wow, the ambition.
Dude, I think I must have been like, what, 8 years old when
Dominated
I
Mind and Special.
Starting with Joe
Are these
Thank you so much
the ones included in the canon or
As I
no?
said earlier, I finally got a chance to put hands
I don't think
on
the
it.
ones with
I enjoyed
Special are
every minute of it,
included. I don't think
And I'm really liking those mechanics.
Wild Ambition is
How did you
either.
do it? Like, there's so much going on there.
まあ本当に遊んでいたらめっちゃ楽しかったんですけど、まあそのシステム周りとかそのメカニックとかなんか簡単に説明していただけたら。
はい、レブシステム楽しんでもらえてすごく嬉しいです。 ちょっとまだ知らない方のために軽く説明させてもらうと、画面の下にちょっとレブゲージっていうのがあるんで、オーバーヒートするまで、いろんな技出せます。レブアーツ、レブアー
I'm
ツなどなど
curious
で
just
す
to
ね。
see how many characters I got.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, we're very happy to have
in
both
my
the game,
predictions
the rev
video.
system. We put a lot of different thought and effort into it, and as you can see, the rev gauge is a little bit different.
Obviously,
than
I
the
didn't
where
predict
basically you can use all of
the
your
two characters I
resources
think we're
right
gonna
from the
see.
beginning until you overheat with things like the rev excel and all.
Also
that
forgot there were
stuff. Allows a
7
lot of
characters and
different
not
players
5 at
to
last
really
season.
use it.
For some reason, I thought there was 5 and not
There's a
7.
lot more to dig through.
And I guess I forgot about Najd, which is one of the characters I play.
他に奥深いところがいろいろあるなんで、
And
まあそういうのも法則とかなんかあれば。
なるほど。
And
実は今作画廊伝説シリ
what was the
ー
other
ズの
one?
人気なものを全部継承しようかなと思ってます。画廊伝説シリーズの集大成を
Sylvie, I
テーマに
guess?
バトルシステムを開発するの
I
が。
guess I forgot about Sylvie.
Yeah, so one of the main, I guess, concepts originally from the project was to try to bring almost like a best of from all of the various systems that were overall Fatal Fury for all the years, and just bring them all together and combine them into a new system.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
we
man.
noticed
I saw
SNK.
there's
That's like the
a
best
million different
part.
things you can do. How do you narrow that down?
The break system
まあやっぱり
is
それ
sort of new, but it was also in
ですけど、まあそういうのをどうやって調整していくんでしょう
in Real Bout Fatal Fury 2.
そうですね。
There were
ちょっと
break
調整
attacks,
という点から離れちゃ
but
うん
it
で
was
すけど
less like a red
このいっ
parry
ぱいあるシステム
and more like
が
a
あるんですけどこれ実は全部使いこな
block
す
you could
必要
just
はなく
straight
て
up cancel out of.
自分に
for
合ったプレ
meter.
イスタイルを見つけてほしいなと思うんですよ。 レブシステムを使えば前作同様の過酷な攻めもできますし。
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot there, but you don't really have to use everything at your disposal. There's a lot of options available to you. You can kind of use your own tactics and your own expression to kind of use the systems as you want to. So we think it's a very good balance of that.
So, how did you come up with the rev system?
I'm interested to see how hard feints are going to be in this
はい
game.
先ほど言った通り、画廊の集大成ということで、実はレブシステムも、画廊伝説ワイルドアンビションのヒートシステムっていうのを、今作用にアレンジしたものになります。もうヒートはちょっと名前変えちゃおうっていうことで、今レブっていうのに、使わせてもらってます。
Yeah, so the rev system, actually the main concept was actually coming originally from the heat system, which was in Wild Ambition, and kind of taking that and arranging it for more modern sensibilities, and changing the name obviously from heat to rev to kind of match the overall setting of the world and such.
What are these SNK beer bottle things? I saw it at like
that's where most of the people are here
the
to talk about,
event.
hear about the characters.
あとはキャラクター周りとかなんか話したいと思いますけど、何か共有できることがあれば。
なるほど。これまでに今8キャラクターですね。お知らせさせていただいてるんですもう接客なんで、プリチャとボックスのデザインや設定について紹介させてください。
Yeah, so obviously we've already announced 8 different players, characters for this game, and this time we wanted to kind of do a little bit of a deep dive into the 2 new characters, Preacha and Vox, to kind of show some of their early concepts and some of the early details that and how we kind of went through the process to finalize their design.
はい、じゃあまず初めに公開されたプリチャから、いきたいと思います。公開されてね、いろんな SNS 等で反響いただいて嬉しかったです。その中でもクワンちゃんどうしたのっていう声をいたされてて、あの子愛されてたんやなと思ってました。
Yeah, so she was the first new character shown, and we
so
were very
wild
happy to
ass
see all of the
pose.
reactions on SNS. Everybody was very pleased with the character.
Just like
but
her
one reaction
jumping.
we did see was, well, what happened to Quan? Because obviously the game has a history with the canceled sequel and such like that. So yeah, that was one of the questions that comes up pretty often. And we thought, oh, well, yeah, everybody, even though it's not actual character that ever came out, there was still a lot of love for it, which really shows us the passion of the fans out there.
That's awesome, man.
で、実はクアンとプリチャは設定上はもう別人っていう感じです。で、めちゃくちゃ仲のいい友達だと思ってます。多分女の子同士気が合うんやろうなっていう感じです。
And in the end, actually, we almost consider Quan and Preacha as completely different characters because we kind of ended at a very different goal in the end. But we still think that Quan exists, and then they would obviously be like best friends, basically, like hanging out and have girls' night together. So.
Oh, interesting.
それと、テリーにはロック、アンディには北斗丸っていう弟子がいて、やっとジョーに弟子ができたなと思って僕はすごく嬉しく思ってます。
Yeah, one thing that we're really happy about is obviously you've got Terry, who had Rock as his disciple, and then you have Andy, who has Hokutomaru as his disciple, and finally the other Fatal Fury original character has his own disciple as well, which was an important concept right from the start.
Very important that we give Joe his own disciple. You know, he has a lot to teach the younger generation.
Yeah, it is interesting that they're making them separate characters.
Crocodiles and alligators.
How to fry it up correctly. You know, you don't want to overcook it. You also don't want to undercook it. It's terrible.
At least that means that there's a chance of Quan at least having some, like, showing up in some way.
多分新キャラは結構長いプロセスで完成されると思いますけど。
はい。そうですね、ちょっとデザインの話は後でしたいんですけど、まずプリチャなんですけど、最初めちゃくちゃいいやつだったんですよ。
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about like the visual design, but one thing that was very different is the original personality we had in mind was almost like a nasty character, like a very mean-spirited person sort of thing. So that really changed a lot over the process.
Like Jury?
例えば、プリチャがロックに対して、あれこんな離れてるのにライジングタックル打つなんて何考えてるんだい素振りかいとか、パワーエイブってこんな近距離で打つもんじゃないよ、テリーみたいな、そんなやつだったんです。
So at the very beginning, she was kind of the person who would almost be just totally disrespecting the other person. Like, what are you doing throwing a power geyser from there? And like, what are you doing throwing trying to do a rising tackle at that point and stuff like that.
Damn.
一回それで全部台本書いてみたんですけど、嫌なやつだなと思ってやらなかったんですよね。
And we even went to the point of writing up some of these script ideas and stuff, but then kind of looked at us like, I don't think people are going to like her very much. She's just a little bit too mean.
So how did Nasty Preacher get her personality?
これなんですけど、いろいろ考えてた時にスーパーでボーッと歩いてたら ドラゴンボールの PV 見てる子供がめちゃくちゃ真剣にカメハメハの
Dragon Ball.
So yeah, just talking a little bit about our personal stories. He was at a supermarket, and basically he was watching a Dragon Ball, like I guess, commercial. And he was watching, and he saw like a little kid basically trying his best to do an actual Kamehameha. Like, you know, he's putting it all into it.
It's funny.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I can totally relate.
I think we all can. We all can.
I think we all tried that at least once, right?
Everybody's a little bit late and puts their hands up here. It's like, oh no, can't do it. I got to go to that one planet that I always forget the name of.
それで思ったんですよ。カメハメハって今の科学で本当にできないのかなって思ってた時に、科学、こういう子にしようっていう感じです。
And as he was watching that, he started thinking, you know, it feels like with, you know, the current state of technology and just science, maybe we can do a Kamehameha, you know. And then that kind of led him on that path to create that scientist sort of character.
So she's basically all of us. Like, how do we figure out the key energy, not only in ourselves, but outside? And she's actually getting somewhere with it.
まあ本当に俺たちが子供の時を真似してた人がまあ実現できた。
This has been something I've always been kind of interested in. Is like
basically.
the science of how key would work.
Do we have any arts show up her? Like, possibly?
Yeah. So next slide, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh wow.
はい、これプリちゃんの初期案となります。
So yeah, these are the very earliest designs for her, basically the unused ones.
I suppose the one on the very right over there is the most similar to Quan.
Yeah, so obviously the idea was to have a Muay Thai character who's also beautiful and also a scientist. So that was kind of the first ideas was this with the lab coat with a little bit of a sporty attire under it. And kind of a cool beauty, I guess, is the Japanese term they would use.
I think some of these designs are pretty popular with the audience. But yeah, she looks like she changed a lot. I mean, honestly, I'm digging pretty much everything I'm seeing here. Wow, there we go. Yeah.
Oh wow. Middle one looks like Vanessa.
ただこれにならなかった理由が、
I like that one on the left over there.
キャラっぽいなっていうのがすごく強かったんですよ。
That one's also a little
Yeah, I
bit
mean,
more
obviously
similar
these are
to
great
Quan,
designs, but one
though
thing
it
that
doesn't
we
have
thought
the
of
green
as a team
fit
is
or the
it doesn't
hair,
really
I
feel
think.
like a Fatal Fury character. It looks like a character that would pop up in KOF at this point still.
Yeah.
I suppose I can see that popping up in KOL, but that's for the future, obviously. That's a different topic entirely.
Yeah.
Almost looks like Andy's like outfit for the one on the left.
Now. There we go.
Oh, okay.
はい、それでちょっとやっぱ画廊伝説って格闘家っていうのが分かりやすく出てるよねっていうので、ムエタイってところに思いっきり焦点当てました。
So at this point, obviously, we're getting a lot closer to what the final design was, and the whole idea is basically Fatal Fury is really a lot of very like mature and like serious martial artists, and trying to really add a lot more, what do you say, just focus on the Muay Thai aspect of her design was where we were getting here this one.
はい、で、
Oh,
そこから色合いであったり髪型だったりであったり調整していったりしていろんなの出してます。まあ JKL ってことは ABC とかもありました。
So obviously we did a lot of experimenting with the accessories
one
and
that's
the
the
hairstyle
J
and the
one
hair
is
color
wild.
here, and really getting closer and closer to the final project. And as you can see, it's IJKL, so there's a lot more before this that also we're not showing now, but some other cool designs are out
The
there.
I one's good.
We could talk about that later, clearly. And this is what she looks like currently, you know, in all her glory. All those previous designs were awesome, but I think people like this the best. Maybe.
まあなんていうかな、他のデザインもみんな素晴らしいですけど、やっぱりこれは一番ですよねってみんな納得してるんじゃないかな。
ありがとうございます。まあ師匠とはねちょっと、ジョーの師匠とは違った感じで、まあ可愛く派手に出た感じです。実はこの子170センチぐらいあるちょっと高めの女の子に設定しました。
So yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different attitude and such from Joe, but she's very cool, flashy. And one thing that he just like to mention is she's actually fairly tall. She's about 170 centimeters, so 5'7"-ish. Looks smaller in the art, but.
Thought she was like.
All right, looks like we're moving up the box, man. I know a lot of people want to hear more about this character.
まあ次はボックスでいろいろ聞きたい。
Yeah, I guess the other ones are kind of a mess. Vox Reaper. Yeah, I'm interested to see if he was actually the coat guy, or if
Vox, right from the beginning,
or if they were even going to do something as stupid as have a clone character alongside Grant in the
A little bit of a
OG.
smoother process and a quicker process than Preacher even.
But I'm hoping we still see the yellow coat guy.
世間知らずでっていう感じで進んでいって、ちょっと難しかったんです。世の中淡々に生きてる夢とか希望とかも持ってない人で、グラントやカイに会って初めてこう生きるって何なんだろうなっていう感じで、こっから
I'm interested to see whether they went with Vox Reaper.
So he's a former assassin, kind of naive about the world and what's going on there, and
Talking
basically
to Chris
by
on
meeting
Twitter,
Pine
he felt
and Grant, he
Preacher's
kind of,
concept art were better
develops
than
as a person and
the
starts
final
to realize
product.
what there is to live for in the world and stuff like that. So we really
Yeah,
see him as a character who's really
I could kind
grown
of see
into
it. I like
game.
the one with the black hair with the pink
どう
kind
いう
of
ことを考えてるんだろうっていうのはすごく
like
悩
stripe through it a
ん
bit
で、
better.
アメリカ込みのヴィランだとか日本の悪役だとか
But
っていうのをすご
you
い参
know,
考に
it
して
is
ま
what
す。
it is.
So, you know, that we're still thinking a lot about other inspirations.
I think
how to make
Kwan's
a character
original
cool.
design
So
was a
we
little
used a lot of
basic.
American
I like
comics
it,
and even,
but I
like,
think it was a
villains
little
from
on the
US
basic
comics
side.
and villains
Kind
from
of the
manga
problem with
and
Joe
anime
and Hua
as
is that their
inspiration.
designs are a little too basic.
Dog.
Holy
These
crap!
the beta prototypes? Or what is
これがボックスのプロトタイプですか？ベータ
What the
はい、こ
fuck?
れがボックスのですね。
That's
ボックスは
wild.
もともとグラントの
That middle one looks like a Disney villain,
プリチャー
and the other two
なんですけ
ones
ど、こういう風な
look
雰囲気の中
insane.
作らせていただきました。
So yeah, I mean, obviously, right from the start,
Yeah,
he was
that
a
too.
former assassin, a disciple of Grant. So he was supposed to be kind of a scary-looking character. So we had a few different versions, but not as many as Preacher.
Yeah, the one on the
different,
right
like,
is really good. The one on the left is also really good. Oh damn!
靴が欲しいですね。
The voice is something I have a little bit of an issue with
一目で
with Fox
そうそうっていうか
Reaper.
ダークな雰囲気っていうのが伝わるようなデザインが最終的にはなりました。で、グラントの弟子だってことで、
It's not terrible.
マント腰につけてるですね、盛り込んだり、頭のタトゥーには仮面の角をモチーフになってるのもポイントかなと思ってます。
Yeah, and obviously we just wanted him at first look to be a strong, dark-looking character. Obviously he's a Grant's disciple, so he's got little elements from his design, such as the cape around his waist, and obviously the tattooed horns from the broken
I do like
mask.
Vox's design. I hope we get like a costume too for him that's just like a little miniature version of Grant.
Yeah, and obviously we haven't done that sort of hairstyle, I guess, you know, the buzz cut sort of, very often. So that was also something that we want to do. It just gives it a very unique silhouette.
Yeah, they're right.
その私が SNK に入社して初めて作ったのがサムライショーダウンのダーリーなんですけど、今回久しぶりに新キャラを作ってめっちゃ苦労したんですが、かなりいいキャラクターになったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
So one of the first things he actually did when he joined SNK was create Darlie for Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
She was very
Great
popular
character.
here.
Everybody loves her. But so this was the first time in a while that he had taken on the challenge of creating new characters, and it was a very hard trouble, but he thinks he really created something very special and
Was
unique this time.
Darlie the only new
は
character?
い、そして今回英語音声、日本語音声
I don't
両方あり
think so,
ます。
right?
二度おいしいので、
Or
ぜ
was
ひ楽
she
しんでくだ
just
さい。
straight up the
And this
first
time, I think a
new
lot of people have
character?
noticed, but we're doing English voiceovers for the first time in the game, so make sure to watch both trailers. They're both
No,
great.
because there's
That's
the
awesome,
guy with like
honestly, man.
the
Having
Shinobi
English voices
mask
in a Fatal Fury game in 2024, man. I can't wait to
with
see how
like
people react to it.
all the
まあやっぱり
crazy
その
ninjutsu
結構大
stuff.
きな展開ですよね。その英語の声優さんとか、これからの反応とかは楽しみにしてます。
はい、これからも頑張っていきます。
Dude,
じゃあ、
Marco
ここからは
looks
エボ
crazy
の
in this
SNK
game.
ブースに関するお知らせをさせてくださ
They
い。
made they
So
like
yeah, we
took
wanna
his
jump
like
into a
they
quick,
made him
just a
they
little
like
bit of announcement of what we're
translated
doing and what
his
we're offering at the booth
2D
today.
design to
And over the
3D
weekend, I'm sorry.
perfectly.
はい、まず、あちらの SNK ブースではフェイタルフューリーシティオブザウルブスの私有台置いてあります。先ほど紹介したプリチャー、ボックスに加えてロック、テリー、マルコでプレイできますので、ぜひ楽しんでいってください。
So yeah, obviously we have Fatal Fury City of the Wolves playable at our booth. Preacha, Vox, both the characters we just talked about, along with Rock, Terry, and Marco are all playable.
そしてですね、遊んでいただいた後、アンケートに答えていただきますと、
Right.
こちらのネックストラップをプレゼントされます。ぜひご協力ください。
So yeah, if you answer the questionnaire after the demo, you can get a net strap, obviously.
はい、次がですね、
If I was there, I'd ask one of the
連続
devs,
で2人に勝利する
Yo,
と、
what are you gonna
オリジナ
do
ル
with-
アケコンボタン
with
プレゼントさせていただいており
Quad Jai, and what are you guys
ます。
gonna do
8種類
with,
あります。ぜひコンプリート目指してください。
So
obviously there's even a place over there where you can do best of 3
Bring
if
'em
I
back,
remember right. If you get
please.
2 wins in a row, you can get one of these buttons, and these are original. These are going to be rare. You're going to want
These
these. You're going to
buttons,
want
by
all
the
of
way.
them. So make sure to play the game a lot.
そしてさらにブース内のフォトスポットで写真を撮って
Beer
投稿していただけますとビール瓶型のこのスティックプレ
These
ゼント
little
します。
inflatable
ぜひ写真撮って
beer
投稿してください。
things
ありがとうご
we've been
ざいます皆さん。
Oh, that's
And
what they
also,
mean by
you
cheering
take a,
sticks.
photo-
I
photo
was
spot
so
in the back of the
confused
booth.
what
You
they
can
meant
get
by
these awesome
cheering sticks
if you wanna
originally.
get
I never
those.
was
We'll be
able to
using
put
these
that
at all of our
together.
events going forward, so definitely pick them up.
Like cheering sticks?
はい、そしてこのパネルの後の8時から、このステージで、フェイタルフューリーシティオブザウルフスのエキシビジョントーナメントが開催されます。本格的な対戦は初なのでぜひご覧になってください。
And then right after this panel at 8 o'clock, we are going to have the exhibition tournament for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves right here. And this is going to be the first time that you're going to be able to see this ever. So definitely make sure to show up and vote, root for your favorite player.
Vote for your
I just
favorite
found out in a
player.
minute, so it's definitely.
Oh, shit.
I think now it's time for the reason that we're all here.
Okay.
The KOF 15 special character DLC. The silhouettes are posted on social media. You tagged me in the post, and my mentions went absolutely nuts. You fried my phone for 2 days.
これからの発表の話がみんな盛り上がると思いますけど、
Oh,
シルエット
shit.
の SNS で公開してみんな彼の SNS とかアットとかを開けててもう
Alright.
データがバグってくるからで多かった。
I think we all know who
ネ
these are.
ット上ではさまざまな意見が飛び交ってましたね。ファンの方々の期待を感じることができてとても嬉しいです。皆さんの熱い思いが私たちの励みになっています。
Yeah, obviously, we love seeing all the different theories and stuff on the internet, lots of different ideas going out there. I mean, that kind of like passion and stuff is what really drives us to create these characters in these games. So we really would just want to thank everybody from the bottom of our heart for all of that.
Are those like Rugal's other secretaries? Onyx?
天草っていう話も出ましたけど、その可能性はゼロではないんですけど、やはり皆さんがKOF ならではのキャラクターを楽しみにされているのではないかと私は思っています。
One of the more interesting theories was it might be Amakusa from Samurai Showdown, which again, with us, with KOF, that's never a 0% possibility.
That would be
I think
awesome.
Everybody was really looking
I have no
for
idea.
something
Oh, wait, no.
like an
I know who
iconic
that
KOF
is.
character,
That was the guy I
right?
was talking about earlier.
ちなみにヘルポケットさんは誰だと思いますか？
So who do you think it is?
You know who I think it is. I know I'm wrong, but is it Nelson?
Nelson this guy.
それはどうかな。
God, imagine. That'd be like the biggest letdown ever, is if it was Nelson.
Maybe grew his hair out. I don't know. He got a ponytail.
I don't see it.
I just searched through my brain for a second to who Nelson was.
いろいろな考察があると思いますが、皆さんの期待を裏切らないことを願います。
Obviously, everybody has a lot of different hopes and dreams and stuff about these characters, so we just
Imagine
hope
a
that everybody's
Shen.
happy with the final result.
With the new design.
画廊伝説の新作についての期待が高まる中、私たちは KOF に対する情熱を燃え上がらせていく必要があると感じています。この発表が KOF のコミュニティをさらに活気づけて、皆さんの期待に応えるものになることを願っています。
So yeah, obviously we're really hard at work making the new Fatal Fury, but
Come
we
on,
really do
SNK,
want to
you don't gotta
continue
edge
to
us
support
like this.
KOF 15's fans and the community, and we really want the competition to keep getting better and better and better. So we want this to just be another, fire into an iron in the fire to just keep things going, basically.
All right, well, I think it's time. The characters have been announced. We've been cooking it forever. I think it's time to show them what we got.
Let's go.
Is it Vice? Oh, there it is. Let's
The
go.
characters that will be released on this DLC are Mature and Vice. I would say we want to hear your reactions, but I think this is pretty much speaking for itself. You guys seem pretty enthusiastic.
まあいい反応です
They
ね。
do not work for Rugal. I'm sure there'll be some story
The appearance
ending.
of these two characters, man, I'm telling you, I think
They got the same.
people.
I know they got their classic
Intrigued.
outfits.
How did you come up with these? Why these two?
まあなんていうかやっぱりこの2人になった理由とかはちょっと教えていただければ。
よくぞ聞いてくれました。では説明させていただきます。
So yeah, thanks for asking. We'd love to talk more about that.
Got it.
OK。
あいいよ。
オールデザイン。マチュアとバイスは、KOF でも非常に人気が高くて、ファンからの復活が、要望が高かったキャラクターです。彼女たちの人気は非常
I
に
imagine we're gonna see more
14では多くのプレイヤーが使用してました。
than just these two. I can't imagine they're gonna end it off on the season with
彼女が
these two.
たちが大好きです。はい。
So yeah, obviously Mature and Vice are just very popular with KOF players all over the world. There's obviously a lot of requests for them. They were very popular in KOF 14 as well, and also he is a huge fan of the characters as well, so he's very happy. That
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how Vice is gonna play in this game. I play Mature usually. Kind of interested to see how she plays as
バトル
well.
スタイルも全く異なるキャラクターで使っていてとても楽しいです。マチュアの冷静で切れ味のある鋭い攻撃とバイスの豪快でパワフルな技がバトルに多彩な戦略をもたらしてくれます。
So yeah, obviously one of the more interesting things is that, you know, they're very battle styles are very different. You've got the cool and like clinical kind of Mature, and
Yeah, I hope
powerful
they're not the
and
only
almost,
ones.
Like angry Vice. And you just add
I
a
feel
lot
like
more,
if we're gonna see
variety to the
gameplay
game.
Onyx, we're
I'm
gonna
really
see it
happy about that. So
tomorrow.
looking forward to seeing
I don't think
how
we're gonna
it
see it
helps
today.
and just grows the overall like esports
Right.
and fan community.
But I'm hoping we're gonna get like
コスチュームですよね。
some more interesting
And if you're
information.
talking about Mature and Vice, in his opinion, it's definitely got to be this costume. This is the old is the best.
I have a feeling we're gonna get some more
96で
announcements.
初参戦した時の衝撃が忘れられません。彼女たちはこのコスチュームが私は一番かっこいいと思います。
So he really can't forget the impact of seeing them for the first time in KOF 96. So he really thinks that this is one of the coolest costumes ever, basically.
I was going to say, these are very nostalgic. These are two characters that I think are synonymous with KOF, especially in the most modern era. So I'm very impressed and happy to see them come back in KOF 15. Can't wait to see how they play. By the way, aren't there many characters in KOF 15 who have a relation with these girls?
まあ、
There's like some-
例えば他のキャラで関係性持ってるとかいるんでしょうね、KOF15 で。
良いところに気づきましたね。ではそのあたりについても説明させてください。
Yeah, you obviously realized a key point, one of the reasons we chose them, so we want to talk about that a little bit as well.
Could it possibly be?
Right. Okay.
That's a big deal. The 8 heads of Hiroshi, the Hakeshu, are together again in KOF 15 2024,
1, 2,
guys.
3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them.
はい、大丈夫ですよ。
はい、15でオロチ8機種がついに勢ぞろいすることになりました。ガイデルを除くオロチのプレイヤブルキャラクターが揃い、三人技チームとの因縁の対決がついに実現します。
Yeah,
Translator,
obviously we got
please.
the full Hakeshu, the full 8 heads here. Guided outside of him, it's all the playable characters ever been there put in. And obviously it'll just be interesting to see, you know, them going against the Sacred Treasures team and stuff like that. So we love to do that kind of stuff for the fans.
KOF の最初のストーリーであるオロチ編は
Who's the other head of the Hakashu apart? Oh, is it Orochi himself?
プレイヤブルでのオロチ8機種の集結は私自身の願いでもあり、ついに現実のものになりました。
So yeah, obviously the original story of KOF, the Orochi saga, is very popular even to this day. So you know.
Yeah. So there's Gaidel, but there's I counted 7 here. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 here. So is this 8th member Orochi? Orochi is their leader? Is he the leader of the Hakashu? Or is there another member we're missing?
With these two characters.
I think it's Orochi is the 8th member, right?
Secretaries at some point.
Gaidel's the 8th, and who's the 7th?
関係性はあるんですよね。例えばルガールと筆書とかなんかだったらいいんじゃないかなとか。
そうね。そうですね。マチュアとバイスといえば欠かせない人物がいますよね。
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
it's
if you're
not
talking
Orochi.
about Mature and Vice, there's obviously one dude that you can never exclude.
Well, I mean, it's probably not Rugal, but it's probably somebody else very popular. And
Oh.
his name is Shigami.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
together, guys.
Team Yagami.
I'm expecting a special ending.
Yamasaki's the 7th?
Especially
It looked like from there he was the 6th. I feel like we're missing a member.
14でも
Like,
猛威を振るった
maybe there is 7 there, and maybe I'm just
復活を
stupid.
果たします。ナンバリングタイトルを超えて
You know what? Forget I said anything.
3人の因縁にも注目したいですね。
Yeah, so obviously, Iori is a close character to these, and having the KOA 14 team Orochi
Chris
back in is
Weiss,
just
Mature,
great.
Shermie, Yashiro,
15 には、
Yamazaki,
ル
Gaiden.
ガールもいるので、マチュアとバイスが参戦することで、大いに盛り上がることが期待できま
I
す。
guess there is 8.
So obviously KOA 15, we've got Rugal in there as well. So yeah, I think it's just going to be really hyped.
I
to see all
guess
these
my ass
characters
just
together
can't
in the same
count.
game.
Awesome. I know I'm excited. I'm also excited
my
to
bad.
hear that release date if we got it.
まああれば実は
December.
タイミーとかは気になってるんですけど。
オッケーオッケー。
Oh, it's actually going to be released in December, huh?
いや、まあもう飛んじゃったね、サイドが。
Things are not looking good.
気になる配信日ですが、今年の12月を予定しています。
Yeah, so we are planning to put these characters out in December this year.
さらに、嬉しいことに2人同時の配信となります。
And they will be released at the same time.
Right. Because they come as a pair.
It's nice to see both Mature and Vice being released at the same time. I honestly wouldn't want it any other way. Good job, guys.
まあやっぱりそれじゃないと困るぐらいですよね、2人が。
そうですね。やっぱり2人一緒がいいですよね。
はい。
12月に向けてマチュアとバイスの、新しいバトルスタイルを楽しみにしてください。彼女たちの復活と新たな戦いが KOF の世界に新しい息吹をもたらすことは間違いありません。
So yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to December. We're really hoping
Okay.
to see more and more people play with these characters and just add more life to the community and keep things, going.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that for sure. Thank you so much. And here we go, man. The other big topic. What can you tell us about the future of KOF 15 and SWC?
Come on,
まあ
SNK.
あとはその KOF15 の SWC のこれからの将来について何か教えることはあるんでしょうか。
はい。じゃあですね、今後についてですけど、SNK の格闘ゲームの世界大会、SNK ワールドチャンピオンシップを来年の初頭に、開催します。
So yeah, we are definitely going to be doing obviously KOF 15 in the SNK World Championship next year, early next year.
15が対象タイトルとなっており、今回のエボの優勝者も SWC に出場できます。年末に向けて大会の詳細を発表していきますので、ご期待ください。
Yeah, and obviously one big thing of news is the person who wins this EVO tournament will get the right to go to SWC. So keep
Wow.
fighting, I know.
KOF のコミュニティがこれからも盛り上がっていけるようにスタッフ一同頑張っていきますので、これからも皆さんの応援をお願いいたします。
So yeah, along with the fans, we just want to keep KOF as a series, one of our flagship titles, going and make sure that it's competitive and everybody's having fun with it. And we're just really appreciative of all of your support. And it's really just wouldn't be possible without everybody here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, definitely, man. We're looking forward to seeing more future excitement for KOF. Obviously, the DLC has got everyone hype. They're excited. They can't wait for December to drop. And I can't wait either, man. I want to thank you guys for joining us, but I got some questions.
Yeah, I think we got a
Okay.
little bit of
Got a
time.
little bit of time? We can do this? Okay. So we talked about see the Wolves mechanics earlier. This has been bugging me all weekend. Did you leave anything on the cutting room floor?
まあシリーズウォーズは結構システム周りとか話してたんですけど、やっぱり採用しなかったシステムとか何かあったんでしょうか。
そうですね、実は、ガードキャンセルをもっと簡単にしようかなと思ってスマートスタイルで試した時期があったんですけど、ただ待ってるだけっていうゲームになったんでやめました。
There was one thing that we did do early was we actually basically made guard canceling like basically a one button, basically smart style like available. And it really just kind of turned into a completely different game. You're kind of just sitting there waiting for your opponent a lot of times. So we decided to leave that out and kind of adjust the, I guess, the control schemes
good.
around that sort of concept.
I think that definitely makes it a little more exciting to play in arcade mode, clearly.
Yeah.
So we City of the Wolves, the future of the Fatal Fury franchise. We know the future of KOF 15, but repeatedly you guys have mentioned other IPs that you would like to update. So what is the future for SNK?
Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff in the works. It's a lot of stuff I can't talk about. But we have said, and we've got a few projects that are very far out, and we want to get more and more staff because we just need more people to help us make these crazy, awesome games. And one that obviously I think got a lot of press over here is we have announced we're making a new Art of Fighting, actually.
Oh,
so
shit.
You're going to see Southtown in its full, 70s glory probably again. And also, one of the projects I'm in charge of that we also mentioned at the same time is Samurai Showdown Action RPG. So,
oh, shit. Okay.
look forward to that. That one, we got
Is
a
that
lot
the
of
RPG they're actually
in
working
store
on?
for that one, so. Yeah, and if you're a fan of these franchises and you're looking for a game development job, send in your application. We need more people to help us make these awesome games. I need more people on that team, for sure.
Get at them, people. Please. All right, so finally, do we got a message we want to say to everyone here that has stuck with us throughout this panel?
最後のメッセージなんかあるんでしょうか。
はい、フェデルフューリー、すごく頑張って開発してるので、皆さん、これからの情報を楽しみにしておいてください。ありがとうございました。
So yeah, I mean, we've really poured all of our hearts into Fatal Fury, especially this time. So just continue to support it and look forward to all the upcoming news coming for it. はいですね。
フェイタルフューリー、シティ・オブ・ザ・ウルブズや、15を楽しんでいただけていると嬉しいです。皆さんの応援が私たちの原動力です。これからも素晴らしい作品をお届けできるように頑張りますので、応援よろしくお願いいたします。
So yeah, we're just very happy that everybody's still having fun playing the new, not released yet, Fit City of the Wolves, and obviously the current title, King of Fighters 15, and just that kind of passion and just just the passion and the fans' love of the series is really just what drives us. So just continue. Feel free to talk to us during the event. Konya-san speaks pretty good English. He can still use a little bit of practice, so feel free to grab him.
Please don't. I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Please, that's
it
okay.
for us, man. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank all of you for joining us.
Thank you.
Make sure you go check out City of the Wolves over at the SNK booth. It's here until
Gotta
Sunday,
show us
guys,
something.
So get at it. And Joe, I see you standing over there. I heard you got some messages for us.
Yeah, first I want to say thank you to Hell Pockets and everybody on the SNK panel.
Man.
So I want to say thank you to Hell Pockets, everybody on the SNK panel. Thank you guys very much. We love connecting the community to all of our awesome developers and publishers. Speaking of connecting, I want to give a special shout out to AT&T for keeping us connected to all of our favorite FGC members here at EVO. Coming up, we have a short episode of EVO Connections presented by AT&T. If you're watching at home from Twitch in the US, get ready to play along. You'll be able to click on your answer below.
Yeah, I hope
cool prizes like a
this
PlayStation
shit.
Plus premium card. With that said, hang out.
I really hope they don't just leave it off on,
Coming to you guys live from the floor, EVO
damn.
2024. My name is Vicious here with the lovely Cuddle Core. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
I really hope SNK doesn't leave off KOF 15 with just Vice and Mature. That would just kind of suck. I mean, I like Vice and Mature, don't get me wrong, but no Shen, no, no Shen, no Street Fighter character, no any of that. It's like they put some hype up behind it, but,
I actually feel comfortable, not familiar with everything, but
that would be just, I don't know, kind of boring.
a lot of months with the game.
What are some of the tactics you are bringing in now, all the way from EVO Japan here to EVO Las Vegas?
There were things that I saw my opponents doing that I still wasn't familiar with. Taking that
They say
and
more.
bringing it
Did
to
they say if more
EVO
characters
now,
are
I
coming to
feel very
KOF 15?
confident because I have a fight
No,
that was used against me.
they
I'm
did
using it
not.
myself. It makes
I'm
me
hoping
sure
we see
I'm
something
confident in my
tomorrow
decisions, and that
about
I can be
it.
aggressive in the spots where I want to be because I actually am a very aggressive,
Like,
fast-paced player.
Very much looking forward to this.
I feel like
part of Red Bull Esports.
if
You can check her out and her journey.
I feel like if that's how SNK ends it, it'd be kind of boring. Because I think the way they ended, damn, they're really gonna leave us off like that. They better have something for 15 tomorrow. I mean, I know we're gonna see something on City of Wolves tomorrow, definitely. But that would really suck if we see so little on for KOF 15. I'd just keep kind of a bleak end for 15. Just because of the fact that Like, come on. No Shen? No, like, Adelheid? No nothing? No, like, final boss character? Like, Bracelet or, like, Mukai or something? No, nothing like that? No Ryu or Luke or some big thing to, like, be like, oh, this is this game's legacy, apart from having a few cool KOF characters in it. Like, come on. Especially, like, I feel like if they're gonna do, like, a final, like, characters, like, go out with a boom, don't just have it be, like, I know Vice and Mature are popular, but, like, come on. Give us just a little more. Like, Vice and Mature feel right, but it feels like we need more than that. And then coming out in December, the fact that it's just art makes me wonder if we're not going to see, like, a character at EVO get shadow dropped, like a Ryu or a Luke or a Shen or something. But, you know, otherwise it just kind of looks a little bleak, man. Like, I don't want KOF 15 to end like that. Because, I don't know. What did they say about Vice and Mature? They said that Vice and Mature will be coming in December of this year, and that they were special character development. They didn't give us much detail. They have their old designs from the, like, Orochi saga. Nothing from the Tales of Ash saga or 14. They didn't have either of their designs from those games. So they're going with kind of like the nostalgic look, but part of me wonders if that's not for, like, nostalgia bait. Again, I like Vice. Sorry, I like Mature. I'm okay with Vice. Vice is a cool character, at least from a gameplay perspective and you know, look perspective. But, like, I don't know. Like, Vice and Mature is someone that people have been asking for, but not someone that people have been asking for like 14 years to come back, like Takuma or Shen or, like, Mr. Karate or, like, I don't know, Melee Jinju, something like that, Foxy, you know, more interesting characters. Characters that people have been wanting to see. How, like, even, like, they brought K49 back for this game, but, you know, they couldn't bring back Shen, or, I know I keep going back to Shen, but he's, like, one of the most popular characters, and it's like, you're gonna really leave us off here? And I'm like, some part of me is holding out hope that that's not the case. Like, I do hope we see, like, I prefer the crossover character be in 15, and, like, we just kind of keep it pure with Fatal Fury for a game that hasn't been around in a long time. You know, I don't want crossover characters kind of muddying the waters of a game that should have its primary focus be its thing for a game that hasn't been around for a quarter of a century. But hopefully we get the crossover character in KOF where it would make the most sense in a crossover game where, like, you know, a bunch of SNK characters cross over into this big fighting game that's kind of become its own thing. But hopefully not. I agree with you. We're excited to see special characters like Ryu collab. Instead, we got these two hockey shoe ladies from 3 sagas ago. I mean, they've also been in each saga, basically. I guess they weren't in the NES saga, I guess, unless you count the Dream Match games, but like they did make it back in the Ash saga.
Welcome back to EVO 2024.
This is not the right luchador.
With the City of the Wolves exhibition tournament in just a moment here. I'm
Oh,
Aru,
shit.
and joining me is Colt. Colt, how you doing, bro?
I am doing fantastic, Aru. Yes, I am Colt. The voice is loud.
It
the
is
accent
Colt.
is thick, and the hype is boiling under the skin. We are on a new age.
I didn't think it was Colt because he wasn't wearing the same mask and he
This is
was.
the first time we are going to see
He has a beard.
around City of the Wolves.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Some of these guys have had some time to practice a bit with the build here that they brought. So
I should
hopefully
probably
they've had some time to
go
understand
and
the
see.
system.
Let me
yeah.
see. What
Maybe get
temp
some
is it
combos
outside?
down,
It's still
maybe practice
82
just
out.
defending certain things, right? Because that's what really makes this game really interesting, in my opinion, is the defensive mechanics. Just defending, hyper defend, a new one, going to be very interesting, and also rev guard.
The rev guard.
Yeah, going to be very important to rev guard certain strings, I believe, to push people out further. At the cost of a little bit of meter. There's a lot of mechanics at play here, and we're still obviously we don't know anything really about the game.
We are just learning.
Yeah.
As we are going, and we are going to learn together about this new exciting fighting game from our friends from SNK City of the Wolves, continuing the legacy of the legendary Wolf.
Yeah.
Into the new generation of fighters, and we will have 2 of those new fighters here to be used, because in the build that we are playing today, there are both Richa and Box into this whole situation, and I am so excited to see who is going to